in Lancewood with pipe bursting. Residents from Rockland to Lancewood can attest that they had to change out their entire pipe system because the water pressure is so good. And for the first time, Lancewood is able to turn on their taps and get water. For the first time, they can go in their bathroom and get shower. So for the first time, we welcome the Prime Minister to Lancewood, to Ferdy Car Gates, and everybody understands that this is an official function. So when I say we're at Ferdy Car Gates, you know that we are here and we welcome you, Prime Minister, Minister Mackenzie, and the team. This initiative is a blessing. And moving forward, we're moving from Lancewood and we're going to Bailey Ground and we're going to Craigie and we're going to Dingens and we're going to ensure that so the government of Jamaica has provided us a commodity that we cannot say thank you enough. It is a source of life. Water is life. I want to thank the NWC team. And I know that they will speed this process to get Bailey Ground and the rest of the communities quickly water, so that the Prime Minister can come again and open the other sources of water. And the team and the community is ready. We're here to build you and we're here to build our communities. This is our mission as the government of Jamaica, and as the other side, we understand that we are continuing to build you, the community of Lancewood, the communities within the Brompton Division, and we will be here, Prime Minister. After this month ends, we will continue the work of the people, you and your community.
Thank you. We will now have a quick remark from your Member of Parliament, Minister Floyd Green. Please make him welcome.
Prime Minister, Minister Mackenzie, Permanent Secretary Williams, other representatives from the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation and the Ministry of Local Government, of course, our Mayor Councillor Derek Samsa, our Councillor for the Brompton Division, and a Councillor who has served us extremely well and will continue to serve us, Councillor Whitney Smith Curry. Prime Minister, I think our Councillor has covered all the bases. Let me just say two things. When we go around and we hear the challenges that people face, you have said to us that we should commit to make their lives better. And I'm telling you, when we came into middle quarters in 2016, Prime Minister, we came into Lancewood, particularly where you are, we found a community without road, we found a community without water. Prime Minister, we had to ask the residents to be patient because we looked at the bigger picture. The bigger picture was that the pump in middle quarters, first of all, that pump was too small, and as such, it was not serving even who had water well. So the first project, Prime Minister, was to replace that pump in middle quarters. Then the main lines were too small, so we could not get the lateral lines done until we replaced the main lines. And Prime Minister, we replaced the pump, then we replaced the main lines. And then we needed to get the pipes into this area. You would not know if you're not from this area that there were no pipes run in this area, Prime Minister. So we did the pump in middle quarters, we did the main lines, and then we did the pipes in this area. So Prime Minister, In 2016, when Council Hospital started this journey, you found the community with no road, no water. Fast forward and now, not only does Lancewood have road, but Lancewood has running water through the pipes for the first time in the history of this community. The other thing that I would say, Prime Minister, they would have heard many promises. They would have heard many people come and say that they would get it done. They had a long run, 18 and a half plus 4 years, where people came in and told them they were going to make their lives different, Prime Minister, but they saw nothing. So Prime Minister, I'm very proud that I'm a part of your team, which is a team of action, which is a team not of talk, but a team that gets things done. So Prime Minister, this is just the start. We were able to combine rural water with the NWC to get this done. We have some more areas, and I say to the residents, be patient. We are going to get to every single one. Because we don't make promises, we make commitments. And we have our Prime Minister who leads the charge. So today is a good day for Lancewood. Today is a great day for Lancewood. What is clear, Prime Minister, is that this is the government that is serious about rural development. Other people talk about it, this government gets it done. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, Member of Parliament. Come on, put your hands together one more time. Member of Parliament almost took away my VP's job because he gave such a detailed and very clear overview. Run pipe and run pump. But our acting Vice President, Dr. Philippa Campbell-Francis, does have a few more words to add on behalf of the National Water Commission. And she would really be bringing, as I said, a short overview. Thank you very much.
All protocols having been observed, I'm going to make this very short as there is much to be done for the rest of the day. The National Water Commission continues to contribute to national development, and we understand that our role is significant. We contribute to the growth of businesses, we contribute to the convenience of getting water in your homes, and we contribute to the green environment. So there is really a focus on health and education as our country grows. For this particular project, the NWC partnered with Rural Water. The information would have already been shared by your Member of Parliament as well as your councillor. They are very aware of what is happening in the area. So we did the new pipelines, 3 kilometers of pipelines at a cost of $6 million. But I want to make the point, Prime Minister, that this $6 million was really a drop in the bucket when we consider that it was part of a bigger program, because it could have only happened because of the works that were done to carry water through to middle quarters. And that project from Luana, that project was at a cost of $113 million. So the work has not stopped there, because we are also running pipelines from middle quarters as we speak to West Gate. And in addition to that, there is the commitment from the NWC or executive or management, every single member of staff, before the year is complete, that is 2024, that the work will be finished to bring the water to the other communities. So we will continue to do the work. The commitment remains the same. It's just now that we are again re-energized to do even more, and we will continue to do so. Thank you.
Based on the response, I know that there are persons who are quite excited about this project, right? And there are persons who already start applying, so those who need to get the ID and the TRN sorted out, well, you have your voter's ID, so that will work just as fine. You sure? All right. And Mr. Jackson, our regional manager here in Manchester Central Estate, is already preparing his customer service team so that whether we're coming to here in Lancewood or you're coming out to our office in Santa Cruz, persons can make their applications for water. Now, you didn't come here to talk to me or listen to me, not true? And thank you very much. So most honorable, the most honorable Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness.
Thank you very much. Allow me, for the audience that is going to see this either live or recorded, to situate myself. I'm in the lovely community of Lancewood, in Middle Quarters, in the parish of St. Elizabeth, the parish of birth of my father. I'm here with some lovely people gathered from the community. They are dressed in very bright, verdant colors. I am well aware of the season and how my presence here could be interpreted. So for those who may be listening and not watching, I am in a full suit of blue. In fact, very dark blue. That could not be mistaken for any other color. I am here on the business of the government of Jamaica. I always wear the hat of Prime Minister, but that is, you know, a very big hat. But I wear some small caps as well, being the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation, and my permanent secretary is here with me, Mrs. Arlene Williams. And under that ministry falls the water portfolio, which includes the National Water Commission and other entities that have to do with water. Now, many years ago, not many, I shouldn't say many, Minister Green, you're only just an MP a few years. So a few years ago, some commitments were made regarding bringing water to this area. And this area of Middle Quarters has about 10 communities. About 6 of them have no water. How do the people of these communities survive? Now, St. Elizabeth is known for its ingenuity and innovation with rainwater harvesting and storage. When I used to spend summers with my grandfather in Goshen, we got water collected from the roof, stored in a tank in the side of the house. The most refreshing water I've had came from that tank. And what we used to do is tie bottles of water and send them down deep into the storage tank. And when you pull it out and you drink it, it's just cool, refreshing. And I know that there are many communities that use this method. But for this community of Lancewood, water was trucked here. And I'm looking at a steel tank that looks maybe like about 2,000 gallons, if that much. And that would have to be refilled quite regularly. I estimate that there would be about 300 persons living in this community. And of course, 200 gallons, 2,000 to 3,000 gallons would be a drop in the bucket. And it would have to be constantly refilled. And as our demands of modern life grows, so too would be the frustration of the residents in not having water. The conversation about water and not having it is one that the government is very sensitive to. because where the mind of the voting population is that as far as they're concerned, access to water is not just a public good, it is a right. And you can't survive without it. But it has moved a little bit beyond that. It's not just access to water. You could have access to water by a standpipe or through these means, which is water carried to a central storage point. No, people want to have access to water in their homes. They want to be able to step into their bathroom and turn on their pipe and say, show up. People want to do that. Because, as we say, it's modern times. Why is it that we haven't been able to do it? Governments have come before my time and promised. The promising party is the PNP. They make a lot of promises, but they were never able to deliver. And the reason why they were not able to deliver, when they formed the government, I would never think it's because of any malicious intent. I think that, like all Jamaicans, we want to see good for our people. But if you do not have the economy that provides the budget to make these efforts sustainable, you will not be able to deliver on promises. So, what I try to do is not to make an empty promise. See, a promise is a wish. And there's nothing wrong, as I said, with wishing good for people. A promise is a good wish. But a commitment is slightly different. A commitment is a good wish with the backing of the resources to achieve it. But more than that, the maker of this good promise backed by resources also has a track record of delivery. So one set of people, they make a good wish for you, and they are very articulate at doing it. The rhetoric alone will get you to believe that it will be done. But the problem is, having reached this high of expectation, the precipitous fall off causes deep frustration and resentment. My administration avoids that totally. I'm standing here today in fulfillment of a commitment. In fulfillment of a commitment. And why is it that we were able to find $100 million to do not just for Lancewood? This is a small part of a larger investment in water for Middle Quarters. And what we have done is to expand the mains. There were small pipes before, there were older pipes, couldn't carry any pressure. So now you have brand new ductile metal pipes that can handle pressure and carry more volume. And we are branching off with the smaller pipes that run into the communities, which is how now you have water. The other 6 communities that have not yet received it can have hope, because they see what has happened in Lancewood, and they know it will take some time, but it will be done. It will be done. It will be done because we have put a budget in for it. It will be done because it is now a program of the NWC and rural water. We have figured out how to make the two of them work together to solve this problem. But the other important thing to it is that this water is not a gift. This is now part of the utility supply, meaning that you are going to be metered. You are going to pay for your water. So you are now consumers. So your demand is not just of the government to provide the water. You are now a paying consumer. And the NWC has an obligation to maintain the delivery and service standards to you. And that is the difference with the government that is in place now. Yes, we look at things in a much different way from those who are hoping to become government. We first of all make practical decisions. We're not coming to you with any hurry-furry scheme. We're not telling you only things that sound good. We have thought about it, and we know where the budget is going to come from. If we don't have the budget, we're not going to do it. That is the reality. And there, precisely, we tell you the truth. And therefore, we spend a lot of time, Minister Green can tell you, in making sure that we get the budget, meaning that we make the economy grow and do well. When the economy grow and do well, we can come here now and turn on your water supply. That is what we have been doing. So, a commitment was made to provide you with water, and we are turning on your water. Not turning it on, we're commissioning it, because this has been operational. And you have been experiencing water in your home. But all of these things must be officially commissioned. And when we say officially commissioned, we mean we test the system, it is working, the faults have been resolved, and it is now at a point where we can draw a line and say the project is now over, the project is now operational. And that is what this commissioning service marks. So, my friends who are gathered under the very hot St. Elizabeth sun, who have been very patient and a very, very good audience, I wish to thank you for your attention. I hope that you have listened to what I have said carefully, and that you can also become ambassadors of the message to tell others who may be persuaded by rhetoric and empty promises. Thank you.
Honorable Prime Minister is going to do the official commissioning activity, and of course he's joined at center stage by Mrs. Arlene Williams and flanked by Minister Green.
Ready?
Yes.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do it one more time. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Honorable Prime Minister. Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you. And so we pause now for this official portion. And we thank you for your time. And look forward to seeing you when the next one is being turned on.
All right.
Have a nice weekend.